Okay, check 1, 2. I think. Let's turn off this. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Hi, Gare. How you doing, buddy? Let's see here. I need to route additional audio. You know me, bud. I'm trying new things to make audio easier. Audio is everything.
Evening, gentlemen.
And good evening, Ron. How are you?
Well, you got a haircut.
I did.
And we got echo.
And I got racing stripes, too.
Hey, actually
I
worked
got
at
snow.
the house last Thursday.
We got lots of echo on.
Gutted.
Okay. Oh.
Gotta
Okay,
fix
let's try
whatever
that.
you got
Is that a little
echoing.
better? See, now I can't hear you guys. That's why I have to reroute audio.
Well, that was a something. Is that Gary? Your green screen is all screwed up there, Ron. You're flickering in and out, more in and out.
Yeah, the green screen is messing it up. Can you see it now?
Hello.
It's
1,
too
2,
much
3.
of a glare on it.
Now I hear myself, so
There you go.
normally I should not hear myself on.
That's my kitchen, dining room, and living room area. The back side of the house. That's what the whole house looks like right now. It's starting to get cold over here. Supposed to be down in the 40s tonight and down in the 30s.
All right, check 1, 2, 3. Hopefully no echo. And your check. Good. You don't hear yourself. Uh-huh. And so since you can't hear yourself, that's a great thing. Because I can't hear myself anymore. That's a great thing. Oh, I can hear you fine. Oh, good. All right. I finally got my audio situation straightened out. So, whereby routed my audio to the program buzz for, the output to the repeater and the output to all of our streaming devices, which is, let's see here, BATC, Arden, and YouTube. And see what time is it? 7:15. So when it gets to 7:25, I'll start recording. Yeah, I got my light out for the first time in a very long time. I got my light out in the porch. No trick-or-treaters. Oh yeah, and I've been asked to bring my DeLorean again, like I did last year. But since it was Tuesday, you covered for me twice already, there, Gare, in a row. So I totally appreciate it, buddy. So, yep, we have our trunk or treat tonight at the church. Yeah. So I said, no, not this year. Can you believe it? And guess what? Next month is going to be the holiday fest and swap meet. That doesn't seem possible. That's just totally amazing. It seemed like I just did that. I did a whole single camera coverage on that. checking body parts.
When I turn my camera on, it starts to shiver some shakes. Warm it up a little bit. So we'll just stop me doing that. That'll do it for me.
There you go.
Cold-blooded Canon camera.
KC6JPG. All right. We got audio on the repeater. We got audio on whereby. Life's good. KC6JPG. Good. That's wonderful. I can't wait for you to transmit into the repeater on the 905. So, I'm ready to get it from Ed. So I'm gonna make arrangements this week.
1200 radio when Earl comes on, because he'll probably get on the up in to talk back since, you know, and Earl gets up there with the new remote transmitter, you know, on the link.
Yeah, that kind of prompts me an idea. Patching audio.
Have your FM radio ready to receive Earl, because that's how you'll receive him.
Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Yes, here's my FM radio. Gee. I know, and it's so fun. And it's so funny if I just get my tri-band antenna up, and then hey, there's Gare. Switch. Oh my God. Hi, Gare. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Robin. I'll turn the volume down here. I'm transmitting on a rig that I bought from Mike at Pacificon, TC70-10 from PC Electronics, and it's doing okay, I guess. My DAT transmitter is in the mail, so I'm a little concerned that
Hey, Gare. Just to let you know, you're way over-modulated on the audio portion. You might want to turn that down a little bit. And other than that, hey, I can see you, so that's terrific. Don't worry about any concerns regarding the high-des stuff. I have a flash kit here, and I have flashed many units because of whether it be locked up or some issues. And I'll just simply bring a flash kit with my computer, with my image micro, like a micro disc, a micro SD card. So I am your local high-des fix-it man. Well, that's not good. That ain't good. Hey, Manuel, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
There you go.
I see Fernando, you got YouTube recording. I'm looking up there on TV page.
Yes.
okay. I'm just concerned that I'm not putting out enough power. I turned down the audio gain. I hope that's a little better. And but it's at least making a picture. I think 1, 2, 3, maybe a little lower than that. I'll see how that is. All right. It's not quite making it all the time. Anyway, back to you, AA6DJ.
Gare, audio getting better, but still need to go down. Believe it or not, if you're on line level audio, usually where I have that is almost at the 9 o'clock position. Believe it or not. So I remember my days of running the TC7010. It's between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock on the audio gain. KC6JPG.
Okay, let's see. I'll go. All right, that's about 8:30. How's that sound? Over.
Sounding much better. Just bring it be like 9:30, and I think we got it made.
Okay, is it too loud or too soft at this point?
Well, that's something interesting. I hear in the background like a motorboat type of a sound, and then your audio will come in and it will start motorboating. Interesting. But the audio level was perfect at that time. I think we have a dirty pot situation. Wow. That interference, I think, clobbered you. No audio that time. Either that or you might have a dirty pot, so you might want to just wiggle that thing since that thing hasn't been used for 30 years. KC6JPG. Merv is on the air. Do my eyes deceive me? Or is it really Merv in Santa Monica? Dude, it's great to see you, bud. See, I know we're going to have a great net because Alan is in the house too. So, yeah. All right, Gare, we're recording.
Okay, real quick, I got the audio. I think that's better audio. Try again. This is Gary, AA6DJ.
AA6GJ, KC6JPG. Perfect. That was perfect. Awesome job, Gare.
Okay, I've got it marked now. So, okay, I'll stand by for the net. This is AA6GJ, Rancho Cucamonga.
See, Gare, old video engineers never die, or old broadcast engineers never die. We just get new transmitters.
Or we accept this as broadcast quality. I'm sitting here going, oh my goodness. Anyway, okay. Well, we just kind of fade away. I'm looking at the wrong camera. There. All right, take care. I'll back to you, AA6GJ.
No, that's the great thing. See, that's the great thing about what we do here in ATV. We get a baseline, and I remember my baseline. When I first got on board on 1993, I looked terrible. And it didn't, I did not accept that. And I tried amplifiers. I tried everything. And actually I had a decent signal with the radar that's coming in. But once I discovered DVB-T and I convinced a little bit Mike to put a DVB-T receiver up on the hills, And I'm loving it. Even though it's okay. I'm doing the max headroom routine just because of the QRM out there, but it's okay. You know, I can live with that. And you're going to have that same thing, bud. I can't wait. Just call me. We'll get it hooked up for you. Yep.
Okay, as soon as I get it, I'll let you know. It should be here, he said Thursday, so we'll see what happens. Doesn't have to be that quick. Anyway, this is kind of fun just using this rig that I bought from Mike at Pacificon. Anyway, got the antenna up, or kind of up. I got it up on a tripod. Anyway, I'll get off here. This is AA6DJ.
That's true. You got it. Oh, very good, Gare. Hey, don't forget, Thursday is San Bernardino Microwave Society in Corona. So if you want to come on down and like to do a little ATV with us with the ATV truck, like you're more than welcome, bud. And not only that, Mike just dropped this off for me that I gave to Matt, and it was never been used. It is a micro repeater or a gap filler. It's made as a gap filler, but you can go 400 or 70 centimeters in and 1,200 out. And then, of course, you can put your own IDer in, so when it goes out, you'll have an ID screen. It'll go up for about 10 to 15 seconds. And I'm going to use this for my demonstrations and put it on my tri-band antenna. Ooh. And it's made by High Des. Ooh. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
You're having way too much fun. Anyway, yeah, I wish I could on Thursday, but I got another engagement on Thursday. But anyway, last time I watched on TV, I watched the meeting. Maybe I can do that. Anyway, back to you, AA6DJ.
Well, very good, Gary. You're right. Like I said, broadcast engineers never die. We just have too much fun getting different equipment to try. You got it. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net, the only show that you're going to get where you actually get to do things and see things and make things work and make things, hey, really work. You got it. I'm Rojo, KC6JPG, located here, Rancho Cucamonga, California. Great to see you. Thank you very much for watching us. Hey, just remember the Amateur Television Network is a series of repeaters making it possible for you, our amateur television and YouTube superstars that you are, to make video communications with one another within our network coverage area. Speaking of YouTube, yes, we are live on the air. And as a matter of fact, I got a dedicated system right here just for YouTube. There you go. There you go. There's a little unit there. YouTube.com/Amateur Television Network. You can watch us live during our nets. And then, of course, we'll have the recordings up on our YouTube channel. And I'm 3 weeks behind. And I'd just like to say thank you to my buddy Gary, W6KVC, for covering for me. I had a fantastic day last week celebrating my wife's birthday. We actually had a lot of fun. We go to our favorite month, our favorite restaurant is called September's. And I tell you, we partaked in a gourmet classic burger and macaroni and cheese. It was delicious, huh, honey? Yep. She says, yep. It was a lot of fun. Hey, don't have any RF equipment, but love to join us on amateur television? Well, have no fear. You can come right over to our Whereby channel, whereby.com/ATN1. And yes, we got a wonderful, wonderful group, our fantastic Whereby group that's from all over not just all over the country, but all over the world. You got it. And here they are. So give me a big, big wave, everybody. So there, look at those champions they are. They look so good, don't they? They certainly do. And they're champions. And we're going to check them in after our RF net. Like, for more information regarding the Amateur Television Network and how to get started and how to get some equipment, well, come to our website. And that's www.amateurtv.net. atn-tv.com. And if, of course, you go to our contacts list, you can contact any one of us, and we'll definitely love to Elmer you getting into amateur television. Like I said, it's all about experimentation and making it better. That's what it's all about. DMR Radio, hot mode. And I'm hearing lots of chatter on our ATN channel, or ATN talk group. And that's 3196 on the Brandmeister Network, as well as 224 on the TGIF network. So any of those two, you can contact me. I'm always monitoring DMR. So, I know, and there's some of you that basically says, when are you going to turn your radio on, Rojo? Because sometimes we call you and you don't answer back. It's because I'm working. So it's all good. So you can always contact me through DMR. This portion of this net is a directed net. Transmissions may be made after acknowledgement by net control and a clear frequency. Hey, it's always appreciated. You got it, my friends. Bulletins, general announcements, and that will follow after a brief pause for any priority traffic. I'm Rojo, KC6JPG, your net control tonight.
There's some sort of a problem, I think.
I was going to say, it's going to be the Ron Show. KD6NIZ, KC6JPG. Yeah, you just need to get some more horsepower since you're shadowed with Mount Hamilton there. So, boy, I'd love to stick a 250-watt amplifier and see if that will solve your problem. That will be cool. Okay, we'll get right to you, Ron. Thank you very much for poking in there. All right, so we're going to go to our bulletins and general announcements, and that's where we're going to have Tom, WB6HYH, our president of the Amateur Television Network. He's going to chime in. So, Tom, come on in, my friend. KC6JPG, net control. Oh, no. Hi, John. Oh, is he out of town? Oh, I figured he'd be on Whereby somewhere. Okay, thanks, Keith. And believe it or not, guys, yes, I did fix my audio. I have fold back now, so I can hear you guys while I'm off, not on the air with you guys. So, yay! Thank you. Miracles do happen. Very scary. Just like Manuel. Yeah, I just need to get that more scary face. I don't know. I look like a Dr. Brackett face, unfortunately. Nah, not quite. All right. I don't see Mike out here on Whereby over at Mount Wilson, but we'll see if he's at his QTH. So we'll chime in. If WA6SVT, KC6JPG. Mike, are you around? KC6JPG, net control. Net control. All right. Well, wow. Tom and Mike not available. I guess that leaves me on the hot seat. Happy Halloween, everyone. So, yes, the last day of October, October 31st. Normally, I'd be dressed up as a Dracula and scaring a lot of little kids, but, you know, the net is a priority. So, and now, like I said, Gary, thank you so much for chiming in. And look at that. Looks like Keith has got the bonfire going already. You know, ready to scare some kids. So check this out. You got it. They're ready to make s'mores and toasting marshmallows. This is live from Yucca Valley. And there he is. There's our buddy Keith. Keith, what's going on, my friend? How's it going?
You're muted.
No audio.
Sorry. How about that? Does that help?
Oh, much better.
There you go. Hey.
Much better.
Yeah, we got a bunch of the grandkids out here. We got a bonfire that's right in the driveway out here and handing out stuff. And yeah, scare a few, you know. It didn't take too much to scare them. I just told them my face and we're good. But yeah, other than that, we're all having a good time. And a little cool tonight, but not as bad as the rest of you. I hear the rest of the United States is like in the 20s and 30s. So yeah, we don't even have a breeze right now, so it's perfect. Anyhow, you guys all have a good one. If you guys want a cupcake or candy, you have to come over here and get it. So sorry, I don't deliver.
And 6GKB, KC6JPG. Well, very good, my friend. Thank you very much for chiming in and give us the little Halloween, the Goblin Report, as they say. So looking great. So we'll definitely check you back in as the night goes on, and of course when we get into our Whereby check-ins. Fantastic. All right. Well, Mike had his SCRBA meeting this as a matter of fact, it was last week. And interesting note, the big talk was about hotspots and the many hotspots that are happening within the DMR band, or should I say the digital band, because hotspots are to be used not just on DMR radio, but is used on D-Star, Fusion, and P25, and all the other the voice digital modes. And so I'm going to bring up the... let me see. There we go. KC6JPG. And so let's see. Here we go. Updated 42440. And so we have a new bank of frequencies for the hotspots. And it's going to be on the 431.1125. And of course, they're on 25 kilohertz splinters. Or actually 125 kilohertz splinters. And so 1125, 431.1250, 431.1375. 431.1500 megahertz, 431.1625 megahertz, 431.1750, and 431.1875. So those are basically used for DMR hotspots on the new SCRBA band plan, and that was on October 28th, 2023. And so... there you go. So I was hoping that Mike would chime in and focus. There we go. So there is the SCRBA band plan, as they say, but the ATV portion is still there. But on the, let's see here, on the 433, 435 side, we can still use 434, but only 2 megahertz of bandwidth on DVB-T. And so, and of course, we still have the 426 area. 426, basically 425.5 to 430, and so, or actually 430.75. So we got that spectrum we can use for DVB-T or AM or FM, whatever the case may be. So that's great for ATV. We still have ATV on 70 centimeters. And so, of course, the big note is letting DMR users using hotspots know that the 431 portion of the band, from 431.125 to 431.1875 will be used for hotspotting. And that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frequencies right there. And, of course, for analog FM simplex hotspots, one frequency available in Southern California, 431.2. And that will be used for analog FM simplex systems. And there you go. And that's what I'm seeing right now. So, of course, if Mike chimes in later on tonight on Whereby, that can be a topic to talk about. All right. What else is happening? I think that's about it. I'm going to pass it to any RF station that'd like to announce any bulletins or announcements. May do so at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we're going to go right into check-ins, starting with Southern California on the RF systems. We're going to start with Mount Wilson. Mount Wilson check-ins. Let's go ahead and check in Ron. KD6NIZ, Arcadia. KD6NIZ, KC6JPG. Got lots of tiling there tonight there, Ron, and no audio at that time. But when you were testing, I did get audio at first. I did hear your call sign, and then, of course, it kind of went away with sometimes with that QRM and just need a little more horsepower. Just try to knife edge over that mountain. So other than that, I got you checked in because I saw you, and I saw your call sign. So that's great news. All right. Let's go over to Merv in Santa Monica, KO6. Merv, come on in, my friend. KO6E, KC6JPG. Merv, come on in. Okay, I did see Merv. I got him checked in anyway because he was out here just prior to the start of the net. So very proud to see you there, Merv, if you're watching. Any other stations on Mount Wilson that like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, net control. All right, let's go to Snow Peak this time. Let's check in Earl, KJ6DQR, and Julie, KJ6FYY, Cathedral City. Oh my gosh, that's too cool. He's got a lightsaber. Oh, this is too cool. He's got it activated. Oh my gosh. That's right. KJ6DQR, KJ6FYY, KC6JPG. You two are just simply awesome. Wow. You're ready to scare some younglings out there. Definitely get some Jedi training for them. Get some more candy, right? You got that right. Looking great, you two. Happy Halloween to you both. That is so awesome. And have a fantastic and fun time. Take care. All right, let's go back to Keith over in Yucca Valley. And he's got the fire going. And he's got probably some trick-or-treaters out there, too. So, Keith, looking great, my friend. KC6JPG, net control.
Emily.
Yeah, we're letting the kids do their thing and everything else out here. So, not too much more to say except we got them coming and going. So, yeah. Right now they're actually being quiet. So, anyhow, everybody have a good evening. N6GKB.
N6GKB, KC6JPG. Fantastic. I'm hearing them in the background. They're having a lot of fun out there. So, that's terrific. Have a great time, Keith. Thank you very much for checking in. Anyone else on Snow Peak that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. And, of course, use hand signals because we have a little bit of an audio problem at Snow Peak. KC6JPG. Yes, now we're going to go to Oat Mountain this time, and we're going to check in Alan, W6IST, Porter Ranch.
Well, picture stalled. Good evening, Roland, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And don't have too much here, but not too much activity either with the kids coming by. I've got a lot of candy to give away. Anyway, have a good evening, everyone. Back to net control. This W6IST.
W6IST, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Alan. Thank you very much for checking in. You're dressed. I like your Halloween costume too. You're dressed up as a 1980s college student. I love that. So you're looking great, my friend. Looking young and dapper too. So congrats. That's great. Give away all that candy too. Believe me, the kids need all the calories they can get. I love it. All right, let's go over to Simi Valley. Let's check in Bob, W6KGE. Bob, how you doing tonight?
Hi, everybody. W6KGE near the Reagan Library. Oh, real good. Yeah, we're pretty quiet here. We're behind a gate. You know, it was funny. Our neighborhood, there's a group of us, I guess probably a couple of hundred houses behind a shared community gate. And there used to be buses, literally, of kids that would come into the neighborhood, get dropped off because it was, pretty traffic-free with a gate. That doesn't happen anymore. More and more people, I think, are having parties at home so that the kids have an opportunity to be at a Halloween party rather than going door to door, which is probably a good idea, especially since we don't have any sidewalks here. So the kids have to walk in the streets with their costumes, and it's pretty scary on sometimes these evenings. Not Halloween scary, as in run over with a car scary. So I'm not laughing at that. I'm just happy to see everybody this evening. Back to you, Roland, W6KGE.
W6KGE, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Bob. Sounds like you're having a great time too. And last year, I actually, for the first time, did a trunk or treat at my church. And now I know why we don't have as, we probably get up maybe about 12 kids right now in our neighborhood, doing trick or treating. And that's because of all these churches that are around us, like Hillside and Water of Life. Water of Life is a huge mega church. We had over 300 cars, or should we say trunks. And believe it or not, we bring in 16,000 pounds or 8 tons of candy to give to the kids. It is an awesome time. And last year there was thousands of kids, with their families, just in a big parade line, going down into the parking structure and just going to different cars. And of course, I was dressed up as Doc Brown with the DeLorean, and they loved that. I kind of stopped the line. They wanted a picture with the DeLorean and Doc. It was great. I had a great time. And of course, they were asking me back, and I said, no, I have a TV thing to do. But you do TV here at the church. I said, yes, I do, but this one's more important. I've been doing this one since 1993. So long history here. So happy Halloween. You got it. And so there you go. So a lot of kids today, just like you said, Bob, holiday party, the Halloween parties, much safer. And of course, participating in the trunk or treat events that is happening within their communities. So it was a lot of fun. Bob, thank you very much for checking in, my friend. You're looking terrific yourself. All right. Anyone else on Oat Mountain that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. I certainly did. Oh, you mean Mr. Fusion? No, because Mr. Fusion was not hooked up. But I did have the flux capacitor fluxing inside the car, and the kids were like, "Oh, that's cool." Here you go, Gare. We're talking about flux capacitors and Mr. Fusion. So you need at least a couple of beer cans and a banana to run the net. At least. Anyway, let's go to Santiago Peak. Let's check in Gordo, WB6NOA, Costa Mesa. Yeah, usually I try to target between 7:55 and 8 o'clock. I'm a little bit early, so because that's usually his window. We'll check back in. All right, let's go to Norm in Riverside, KD6OMV.
Whoops. Get that volume turned down here. All right, that's more like it. Anyhow, yeah, this is Norm, KD6OMV over in Riverside. We're having a candy fire sale here. We're trying to move it, so that we don't have to have bowls of candy sitting around after Halloween. That's always a problem. We don't need to be snacking on candy. Anyhow, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff set up out front, and the tombstones and the creepy crawlers and all that jazz. And we're usually one of the high points for the neighborhood for the kids coming around. Seems like it's there are fewer participants this year as far as people setting their homes up with all of the Halloween stuff than there has been in past years. The turnout seems to be about the same, though. But the goal is to move that candy. Move it. Anyhow, I'll turn it back to you, Roland. Hi, everybody out there. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you again next week. KD6OMV in Riverside.
KD6OMV, KC6JPG. I can definitely understand about fire sales, especially candy on Halloween, because usually after Halloween, if we have leftover candy, rarely we do, because I usually do setups and things like that, and they bust them in, and I get to scare the heck out of them, usually, but not this year. I'm in here this year. Yay. Anyway, but usually if we do have leftover candy, I take it to my staff in the lunchroom, and it's usually gone in about a day and a half, if that. So I have an outlet. You get all hyped up when they see Three Musketeers and Milky Way bars in the little bowl. You got it. Norm, thank you. Thank you very much, Norm, for checking in with us. You're looking great tonight. Very good. All right. Let's see if Tom is out here. WB6HYH, Rancho Cucamonga. All right, we go over to Rancho Cucamonga again, and this time we go to Gary, AA6GJ. Gary, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Roland and everybody. Actually got a picture here, not very good, but it's there. And it's the transmitter that I purchased from Mike at Pacificon, a little analog job. And got an antenna up on a tripod, and this is what we get. Across the street, they're having a Halloween party that I ducked out of, so I can come over here. Other than that, that's a big excitement. Nothing else going on here, just trying to stay alive. Anyway, this is Gary, AA6GJ, Rancho Cucamonga. Back to you, Roland.
AA6GJ, KC6JPG. Garrett, sounds great. I'll tell you, you look great on my monitors. Don't worry about the whereby stuff. That's just simply, conversion and all that. But on my monitors, you look good. So congratulations. I think you got a great radio there. So a great ATV transceiver. So congratulations. Great to see you on the air always. So I can't wait until we get that high des all hooked up for you. And you're really going to look good. That would be wonderful. Thanks, Gare. Wonderful job. All right. Anyone else? No, I know we have to go to Gary up in Running Springs, of course, and that is W6KVC. Gare, happy Halloween to you, my friend.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. We did our coming up there. I imagine we probably handed out 50 or 60 pounds of candy this afternoon. So anyway, we do ours early there because up here on the mountains there's no street lights, and so the churches probably take care of most of the little. Anyway, nothing else going on. So get stuff ready for get the Blue Beast for Thursday night down at Microwave Society. So back to you, W6KVC.
W6KVC, KC6JPG. Sounds great. Yes, looking forward to Thursday and the SBMS meeting, and we'll have the Blue Beast there, and we'll be transmitting onto Santiago Peak. And, of course, we'll be doing it on Zoom for the membership for the SBMS community. So, and, of course, we'll be recording it, too. And I did record the last one. I just didn't get it posted on a YouTube along with the other 3 nets that happened, too. But I did record them. So, yay! Get them on the air. You got it. Thanks, Gare, for checking in. Appreciate you, bud. Great job, always. All right, anyone else on Santiago Peak that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. Oh, let's go to Job's Peak this time. Any stations from Job's Peak come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, Santa Barbara check-ins. Anyone on Santa Barbara or vicinity come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, last chance for any RF stations. I'd like to check in, including Mount Potosi or Ord Mountain. Any station on the RF side, like to check in before we go into our whereby check-ins, come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we're going to our whereby stations now, and let's see here. Let's go over to North Carolina, and that's where our buddy John is at, AF7PA. John, happy Halloween to you, my friend.
Well, happy Halloween, everybody. It's a crisp 51 degrees over here, and it's going to get much colder by morning, and they tell me it's going to rain a little bit. So the mouse came in, and so I don't know if I'm going to let him stay or not. Probably kick him out in the sun porch, and he'll have to spend the winter out there. Speaking of mesh, no, not mesh, DMR. I got all the weeds chased out of the hotspot since I got it back from Bridgecom. I thought they did a number on it, but they put some pretty good stuff in there. And then I put in all the current lists, and wow, I can't believe how much the user list has grown in a year. So that's what I've been doing most of the day. Here in the senior park, the doorbell has not rang once. So I guess I'll have to eat all the candy myself. That's just the way it goes. So back to you, Roland. We'll be looking in on you later for the open session. AF7PA, this is John in Mooresville, North Carolina.
AF7PA, KC6JPG. Oh, very good, John. Sounds great. Yeah, we've got things to talk about. I know Wolf wants to talk more about Arden and, of course, mesh technology. And of course, things are happening in the on the mesh side of things, and it's getting to be very, very popular. So looking forward to talking more about it. You bet. John, thank you very much for checking in, my friend. Excellent. All right, we're going to New York, and that's where our buddy Manuel is at. He is known as the Bouncer. Yes, he's the one that takes care of all of us here at the Amateur Television Network. Manuel, how you doing, my friend? Into MJF KC6JPG, right to you.
Happy Halloween, happy Reformation Day. And tomorrow I go here, turkey, turkey. This day of your execution has arrived. Over here it's 49 degrees. Tomorrow's going to be frozen, you know what? 45 for the high. Yeah. It's like from 80 degrees to 40. What a drop. Yeah, it's crazy. Shootout in Midtown Manhattan today. 8th Street is crazy. That's why I get home quick, because it's not. The insanity is out here, especially this. You know, we had a full moon a couple of days ago, so I think that's what it is. I give it back to you, Roland. Happy Reformation Day to everybody.
And to MJFKC6JPG. Very good, Manuel. Thank you very much for chiming in with us. And happy Halloween to you, too. You got it. And definitely enjoy the evening. Sounds great. Looking forward to getting together with the Whereby chat. Awesome. Thank you very much for chiming in. All right, we're going to Florida this time. And that's where our buddy Wolf is at. KV4 ATV. He's our net control for the Florida chapter. And for Wolf, it's... where did he go? There he is. There's Wolf. Okay, for some reason I got you bounced out of there. So sorry about that. And so Wolf, right to you. KC6JPG. Good evening, my friend.
Roland, that was not your fault if you can hear me.
Loud and clear, bud. Q5.
Okay. No, I was trying to turn the mic on. I accidentally hit the little flag at the bottom and turned the camera off. It wasn't you, it was me. So, anyhow, over here working on our Arden system. Everything's up and running, but since we've added the PBX and the mail server, we're starting to run into a little bit of a problem, trying to get everybody on the same sheet of music and get all the IP addresses and stuff matched up. Now, all of a sudden, my AAM post won't go up on the page. I found out after many hours with help, like 2 or 3 days, me and KC6JIR, Dave up in Warner Robins, that I had to go in there and turn off my domain firewall and my public firewall. Then I could go back into my Arden and go down to the advanced and execute and go back to my node status, and whoop, there was my AAMs. Then I have to run back over there and turn my firewalls back on. So that is becoming a little bit of a pain in the neck. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I'd really like to get the AAM stuff moved over off of the Windows computer and get it on Raspberry. So that's what we've been working on. And I built this new device like manual was saying, colder temperatures coming, so we're looking at the 30s tomorrow night here in Florida, which we don't like. And she got some heaters, and she want me to put one of them way down on the other end of the house. I'm like, okay, now we got to get power to that thing. Thing of it is, like, I was trying to figure out, Roland, what to do exactly as far as making sure I had a heavy enough wire to feed across to get to it. So I took one of the little 12-inch, it's a little like a baby extension cord. It's just got a female and a male 120 plug on each end. And I split the outside black jacket about 2 or 3 inches and took it off, and I separated the black wire and kind of bent it up, and the green and the white wire, I put them down to form like a little hole you can stick your finger in. And I took my clamp-on ammeter that you can get dirt cheap at Harbor Freight, and I stuck it through that hole and around the black wire and turn it on. Now I just plug it into the wall, and any device that I plug into the thing, it tells me exactly what the amperage is. Well, that right there, with Ohm's law, we can figure out the wattage of it if it's unknown. And you just pick up a chart. If you know the amperage of what it's drawing, it's real easy to figure out if you need a 10 gauge or 12 gauge or 8 gauge wired stuff to run to your device out there. So anyway, that was a little freebie I wanted to throw out there for all the ham radio people that might be working with some power and trying to figure out what to do. You could put one of those things together real quick and just, monitor your amperage, and there you go. Anyway, that's what we got going down here at the time. So I'll turn it back over to you, Roland. KB4ATV, ATN, Florida.
KV4ATV, KC6JPG. No, very good, Wolf. You've been busy, so sounds great. Like I said, have fun with that Arden networking. It's funny because I'm reading a book. It's called Cybersecurity and Cyber War. And, of course, my son is getting into cybersecurity as part of his master's. And it's just amazing because we're sharing information back and forth with each other. So he's, learning about what's happening out there in the real world out there. And, of course, I'm, managing our, infrastructure at my businesses. And so between the two of us and sharing information, it's just been absolutely amazing. So it's just been great stuff. All right. And you got a comment. Okay, we're going right back to you, Wolf. KC6JPG.
Sorry. I've been having some problems with the asbestos in the lungs and stuff, Roland. Well, I got back the stuff from the doctors and my attorneys. It's kind of good and bad news here. And anyhow, it's showing down here in my thing that mixed very serious obstruction, a very severe restrictive lung defect. And the doctor down here wrote, in all the findings above, I feel with reasonable degree of medical certainty that Mr. Schnitzar has bilateral asbestosis of both lungs. So there's where I'm sitting. And anyway, I'm in the process of trying to make a collection of stuff against the asbestos manufacturers that came in. That's going to pretty much retire me off of the workforce for the rest of my life. But it will give me a little bit more financial freedom and stuff for Arden Ham Radio, ATV, and more time to work on it. But as far as my work life, I have had to fully retire. I am no longer able to work, Roland. I just wanted to throw that in there and let y'all know. So if I'm kind of quiet and y'all don't hear from me for several days, I may be at medical appointments or stuff, but believe me, I'm not going to croak yet. All right, KB4ATV, just giving y'all that a little bit of information, what's going on down here. Talk to you in a bit.
KV4ATV, KC6JPG. Well, like I said, best wishes to you, my friend. I'm sorry that you're going through that. But, like I said, you're doing what you're loving to do, which is this hobby. And of course, with ATV, amateur radio, I'm glad you're able to, participate in that. So this is terrific. All right. Thank you, bud. And thanks for chiming in. Appreciate you very, very much. All right, continuing on with going to Florida, and we're going to still in Panama City, and that is our buddy Ron, KK4YZE. Ron, happy Halloween to you, my friend. Don't you get this feeling you're staring at a blank wall? That's exactly what I say, too. Oh, exactly. I was just wondering. His costume is even more better. The Invisible Man. Or my costume is staring at a blank wall. Oh my gosh! Hey, you can't get any better entertainment than this than amateur television. I'll tell you that right now. It beats any other net in the world. All right, we're going to Arizona this time. And we're going to Lee, K0CCU, and he's our net control over for the Arizona chapter. And looks like there's a party going on tonight. So, Lee, we're turning it to you, KC6JPG, net control.
Yes, I'm talking to, you're in California right now, and in New York. And we're over here enjoying ourselves at the cul-de-sac. Has all the, instead of going from house to house, all the kids come down here and got a nice fire and just some, yep. And then they're all the kids are having fun as long as we stay away from the fire. And then Monique here has made all kinds of goodies, including apple. Well, anyway, apple is something good. And anyway, so we're just having fun here, watching everything. And so I'll keep it short because I keep forgetting that thing is on, and I walk away, and then I forget that it's on. Anyway, back to you, Roland. KC6JPG, K0CCU in Glendale, Arizona.
K0CCU, KC6JPG. Well, very good, my friend. Looking absolutely fantastic. Looks like a great time at the cul-de-sac in Glendale. And happy Halloween to you and everyone that's having a great time out there in your cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac party is happening. You got it. Going to Tucson this time, and that's where our buddy Joel is at, KD6W. Joel, great to see you. And I have to say, my friend, I was looking at that graph, and it looks like a profile for one of my tough bicycle rides. It came right back to you, KC6JPG.
No problem, Roland. Hey, hi, everybody. Joel, KD6W in Tucson. Happy Halloween. I just had a chance to be able to catch the moonrise. If you were watching a little bit earlier, you got to see it come up over the top of the mountains, but it's in full effect. It's not full moon anymore. It was the other day, but good times. We don't get much traffic over here because we're way out in the boonies. I mean, if kids show up, we have some candy we can throw at them. You know, that's a trick we do. But so hope everybody's having a good and safe holiday. And, taking care of the little kids. I know it's weird having Halloween on a Tuesday. That's kind of at least it's not raining in most places. I guess that's not true everywhere, but it's very nice, very calm, very from earlier today where I had a graph showing the wind speed earlier. The wind was just absolutely howling over the past day or so. And it finally settled down today. And so currently 65 degrees here in Tucson, winds currently out of the southeast at 11 miles an hour. So it's still got a little breeze going on out there. So it's nippy out there. Got to have sweater weather. And that's what we have right now, sweater weather. Say that fast 3 times. Anyway, the activities here have started to kick into a frenzy here. We're finally getting to the end of all the tax season stuff that we had to work on. And I think we're almost there. We're getting really close. That's one thing for certain. It's taken me a while. And then wife and I, we went out. We went to a bunch of doctor visits today. We got a bunch of health check stuff taken care of. So that's always good. Good thumbs up. Blood pressure's one of those things we have to manage now that we're older. And I've got my dad's genes, that kind of thing. So anyway, we also did some shopping, picked up a few things, got a plant. Because I had one pass. We had one didn't last through the summer, so we found its replacement. So we stuck it in the ground today. But that we're getting ready to have a good set of holiday season coming up. Of course, this is the this is like the kickoff to a whole bunch of things that happen. Now that Halloween is kind of out of the way, they already got Christmas things up at Costco. This is ridiculous. But so anyway, we're looking forward to having a good time with our friends up the hill and around the neighborhood, and been making a lot of new friends. But that we're getting ready to get some radio stuff going here, and so good news. The repeater is operating in kind of just a single mode. It's not doing anything fancy right now, so it's up and running. I just don't have it set up. I was going to show it back here, but I have to. There's a little bit more work. I got to put a little more power because I only have like a milliwatt output, and it's not good enough to be able to get up. I'm at the other end of the house, kind of thing. So I didn't want to stretch a cable around the house. Anyway, we'll have that going here in a day or two. So maybe Thursday, but definitely by Sunday, we'll have some operational stuff, news for the rack. And we're going to check in with our bud up on Mount Lemon at some point and see how he's doing with the tower and make certain he's on track. If not, then we'll probably have to start making some other plans. That's it from Tucson. Hey, everybody, happy Halloween. This is Joel in Tucson. Back to you, Roland.
KD6W, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Joel. Thank you very much for chiming in. Wow, that moonrise looked awesome. That was really cool on my screen. So here you go. And if you want more and partake into the moonscape, there you go, my friends. A moonrise in Tucson. Perfect for Halloween. There you go. I love it. Great stuff, Joel. Thank you very much for chiming in, and I'm glad you had a great time in Pacificon. That's terrific. I know that Mike and Gary and Gary. Yep, they all had a great time, and of course, I cannot wait to hear from Jim. That's going to be great. So, thank you very much again, Joel, for chiming in. Appreciate you very, very much. All right, and of course, speaking of, we're going to, you got it, Northern California, Mount Diablo, over at Pittsburgh, California, and that's where our buddy Jim is at. K6SOE. And Jim, always great seeing you. Always. Your picture looks terrific. How's it going tonight? And happy Halloween to you, my friend.
All right. Boo to everybody. And glad to be on TV. Glad to be seen. In fact, I have to say that earlier this evening I was on 40 meters and caught up with a fellow who has got the PC Electronics 1200 AM transmitter, serial number 4. So you can tell how long he's been on ATV. So he's not in the Bay Area anymore. He's up in the mountains where he can't get in to the repeater. But I told him all about BATC to watch the TV net, and I told him about Whereby here, so we can put him up on the air. So, yeah, Mark, K6FEJ, we've known each other for, over 50 years, which is scary. So, we'll maybe see him on the net Thursday. And looking at everybody out there, they're looking good. And Joel, you need to have a sweater. That's terrible. Now that you moved into the warm. SOE stuck in a bird. Let me see if I've got. No. Yep, wrong one. So we'll send it back to Roland. K6SOE.
K6SOE, KC6JPG. Look, very good, Jim. I cross my fingers every time. And I hope that the MS ride, and of course, prior to the MS ride is our anniversary. So things are just happening always in September. And I'm hoping that I'll take my 905 with me because I'm going to be purchasing it this week from Jim or from Ed over in Arizona, and make that exchange and probably pick it up when I'm up there because I'll be celebrating Thanksgiving with my youngest son over in Arizona this year. So hopefully I'll make a visit with both Lee and of course make a visit with Ed, pick up the unit, and I'll have a 905 to play with. Oh, there you go, Jim. There you go. Oh, no, bring that graphic back. Bring that graphic back because that's a famous graphic. Exactly. There you go. So remember, that's it. If you're not watching ATV,
you're just
not getting the picture. Exactly. There you go, my friends. Very good. All right. Well, those are the check-ins that we have. At any late member, missed member, any visitors that like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net, come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right. Well, for those that didn't see it on the Arizona Net, I got the special annular eclipse edition of Amateur Radio Newsline with Don, AE5DW. So, Don, take it away. KC6JPG, Net Control.
From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2399, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. Our top story looks at the recent annular solar eclipse known as the Ring of Fire. It was visible in some parts of the Americas, but amateur radio operators and other citizen scientists proved that its impact on the ionosphere was felt around the world.
The world was invited on October 14th to the Solar Eclipse QSO Party, part of the Ham-Sci Festivals of Eclipse Ionospheric Science Projects, and HAMS, shortwave listeners and university-based researchers accepted the challenge. In the western United States and parts of South America, where the eclipse was most visible, eclipse watching was combined with making QSOs on all bands using all modes to help generate data about the eclipse's changing impact on propagation. Nathaniel told Newsline that results gathered from QSOs made worldwide will be released over time and will ultimately appear in a peer-reviewed journal. If you were late to the party or missed it entirely, more experiments are planned for the total eclipse in April of 2024. Hams looking to get involved can join the Google group by visiting the HamSci website at hamsci.org. This is Jack Parker, W8ISH.
There's much more to this story, and you can hear it all in this week's Newsline report. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation has stopped giving listeners the time of day. Shortwave radio, however, is still at it.
CBC Radio has stopped broadcasting the official time signal of the National Research Council. The broadcast began in 1939, providing a national time synchronization signal for anyone relying on the accuracy of their clocks. CBC Radio halted the broadcasts on October 9th, noting that if any of its transmissions over HD radio or the web causes a delay of several seconds, invalidating the accuracy of what was being sent. Shortwave radio comes to the rescue. However, the NRC's official time station, CHU, operated by the Council's Institute for National Measurement Standards, broadcasts on 3.33, 7.85, and 14.67 megahertz to deliver the time, as always, in English and French. 3 atomic clocks are located at the transmitter site in Ottawa, Canada. The station began broadcasting the time on an experimental basis in 1929 using the call sign VE9OB. It became known as CHU in 1938. This is Dave Parks, WB8ODF.
Ham Radio University is back. The day-long program on Long Island, New York, devoted to all things amateur radio, will be an in-person event again in January.
The educational conference known as Ham Radio University is marking its 25th anniversary by returning to its pre-pandemic venue, the campus of Long Island University in Brookville, New York. On Saturday, January 6th, experts will lead discussions on more than 24 topics. HRU has provided its programming without interruption throughout the pandemic, but this is the first time in 3 years it is returning to real classroom settings. Topics will include software-defined radio, how to build an HF station, Morse code, and parks on the air. A testing session will also be offered for those who would like to upgrade their ham radio license or become a ham for the first time. Admission is free, but there is a suggested donation of $10. For those unable to attend, videos from the January HRU will be posted on HRU's YouTube channel. The channel also offers videos of previous year's sessions. For additional details or a schedule of presentations, visit hamradiouniversity.org. This is Salembi, KB3 TZD.
And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news since 1976 at arnewsline.org. With Jack Parker, W8ISH, Dave Parks, WB8ODF, Salembi, KB3TZD, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wellbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.
And thank you very much, Don, for this week's edition of Amateur Radio Newsline. Wow, that was an awesome report, I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, especially with that annular eclipse, and you get to see that ring of fire. Well, not with the naked eye, of course, but if you had your special filter glasses and all that, that's something to see. You got it. That's just exactly, Manuel. Exactly. I got to bring that up. You know that because you know what? There you are. There's our annular eclipse in the Ring of Fire right here, live on the Amateur Television Network. Any last minute comments before we go to our Whereby Roundtable? KC6JPG, net control. Ah, Ron. Okay, yes, we got Ronnie. Hold standby, buddy. Okay, well, we'll check that out. All right, let me go back on the air here. Okay. All right. Well, guess what? We're right back to Panama. I can't even say it. Panama City. Thank you. I'm going to say Panama Beach for some weird reason. I don't know why. But Panama City, Florida. We're going to Ron, KK4YZE. Ron, good evening and happy Halloween to you.
Good evening, everyone on the net. I'm sure Wolf told you the wonderful temperatures that we have down here, and we're going to be experiencing the next couple of days. Nothing new on my end, except for my house being worked on last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's totally gutted. And I guess I don't know what the other steps are from this moment on, but they still have to do the roof and cleaning up the mess that they've left in my house and on the front yard. And then check all the wiring and plumbing and then rebuild from there. So with that, I don't have anything else except for wish you all a happy Halloween. That's all over, I guess. And to have a good week.
KK4YZE, KC6JPG. No, very good. Thank you, Ron, for chiming in once again. And happy Halloween to you and yours. Yep, looks like it's probably winding down in your neck of the woods. It's pretty active over here in my neighborhood. So, but my house is dark for the first time in a long time. So it's all good. You got it.
A couple of times, and his telephone tries to answer, and it drops right out. So I don't know what's up. You might want to tell Gordo to have his phone checked.
Okay. Yeah, I know Gordo's a busy man. So who knows? Maybe he's on a well-needed vacation. Who knows? I don't know. So it's all good, Wolf. So appreciate you chiming in there. we'll definitely give it a hold of him because I gotta visit him and get a DVB-T station hooked up for him. So that'd be really, really cool. All right, let's go over to Ron over in Arcadia. I know he had a little trouble chiming in on RF, but we're going to see if we can get him in on the what we call Channel B, or should I say Channel W, Channel Whereby. So KD6NIZ, KC6JPG. Ron, good evening.
Well, all I'm saying is we got a problem here. Is anybody aware of it?
Well, I know you're saying about color bars, and Mike has been doing some work regarding putting DVB-T on the output of Wilson. So I'm not. Are you on DVB-T by chance and monitoring Wilson?
I monitor Wilson, but we're not getting any feedback from Santiago Peak at all. There's nothing coming in. The only other person on there is the other guy that comes into Mount Wilson.
Okay, well, I did see your transmission coming into Mount Wilson, and I know Mike was working on putting DVB-T output on the 1265. So that's probably what's going on because we are making transitions. We mentioned that during our meeting, our summer meeting at Tom's, that we will be transitioning to DVB-T at Mount Wilson. We're trying to attract more people for sure, and we see we can get some more of these HV120 receivers in our hands. So this way that you guys can do that. I know that we tried to use the HV310 that I had, and it did not work for Mount Wilson. And we're going to try the HV100EH and plug that into the system, and because we need 1200 out of that. But right now, I'm not sure what you may be seeing. So one of these days, I got to take.
That's been that way for the last 3 weeks.
Okay, so if you're getting color bars for the last 3 weeks, that's interesting. Okay, so if it's generating color bars, that's usually the output of the receiver, so or the exciter from the 120.
I don't hear anybody coming in. Nobody. I don't get any RF back.
No
the
RF.
only guy I pick up is the other guy on Mount Wilson.
Okay, well, I'm definitely getting your RF on Santiago. So, like I said, you're seeing the output not just on YouTube or on BATC or on Arden, but also here on Whereby. So everything that you see on W6ATN Santiago Peak, that's what's being fed. So, and we did see your RF on the repeater. It's just that audio was breaking up. And, of course, video is tiling. But, you're coming in really good now.
Yeah, well, I think there must be something wrong with the signal coming into Mount Wilson.
Okay. Well, Mike and I are definitely in communication, and we'll see where we are at regarding the Mount Wilson project. So thank you, Ron, for chiming in. Appreciate it. And like I said, your Channel B signal is looking really good. Excellent. All right. Any last-minute comments, questions, last-minute check-ins before we go to Whereby? KC6JPG, net control. Well, this has been the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net. We thank you very much for your participation tonight, everybody. And now we're going to our Whereby After Party. You got it. It is known as the Afternet. Check us out, whereby.com/ATN1. We'd love to have you participate with us, including little kitty that Wolf is holding right now. Oh, you want to see the kitty, huh? Okay. There you go. There's the kitty. Kitty is on ATV Live. That's right. See? Happy Halloween, everyone. We have black and white cats. We got black cats. We got black dogs. And we got all black, all white, everything. Yuck, 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 yuck. You got it. Very good, Wolf. Thank you very much for showing the kitty cat. Happy Halloween to you and yours. We'll see you on Whereby. KC6JPG. Repeater is now returned for their normal use. Take care. 73. And we will see you next week. KC6JPG. Clear. Yay! I got a Halloween dog. Does that count? Halloween cats.